was pretty, felt pretty real.
Let's talk about one other series, and this is because obviously I'm deeply vested in the works on paper. When I came to the project, this is what I wanted to introduce, and what was so revelatory to me once and after you sent me 3,000 images on paper on CTs. So let's talk about the collage works, when they came about, how they came about, and what you were thinking when they came about.
I think the collages just happened about the time I was working with the ring. Though I like that piece, and I think I put a lot of things there, I needed to start, I needed a fresh start. I was almost feeling that I was not painting at all. So in a way, the collage allowed me to a little bit of work with this sort of migratorial fragmentation that I had in the flotation drawings. I worked on collage for almost 2 years, and the important thing was those years I almost didn't paint at all. The collage was, in a way, it's funny that you referred previously to the computer, because it was a very, almost like the most basic function of the computer, the cut and paste. That's what it was, which is cut and paste. The collage are such a straightforward technique. It's a very basic technique. It was a very immediate response from the work. I mean, they're pretty evident when you see the collage they show. They're really dynamic pieces.
You used massive quantities of glue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's evident. It's an evident part of the process. It's not as though you're putting a little glue on each strip. You are floating the paper in glue at times, and even though the glue has dried, the imprint is remaining.
Yeah, no, and plus there was there was a lot of reasons to do that. First of all, because I was scared that the thing would start falling apart. But I could be subtle, but when I have an urgency, I'm wild, and I can't wait to do it what I want to do. So so I'm not saying that I'm wild as
you're impatient.
Impatient. That's what I mean. Yeah. So with the collage, I pretty much had in mind what I wanted, and I couldn't wait to do it. And I think to put glue in a tiny piece of paper takes an incredible amount of time. While spreading glue and paste it, it's faster. Plus, obviously, I love the exceeding glue around the fragment of paper.
Like islands floating.
Yeah, exactly. But that was happened with the collage. It just also allowed me to, as I said, in the year 2006, when I think I was only started to think about the paintings for the Venice Biennial, I was able to face a blank canvas as I never have done before, in the way that it was, just totally unknown. I could start from anywhere, just from anywhere. It was almost like to have a second life. It was fantastic. And after painting for 30 or more than 30 years, I was able to, at least to pretend or to experience the experience of not having a history on my shoulders.
Let's finish with where you are now and what you've been thinking about in the last year. The exhibition ends technically 2008. Obviously, we're 2 years down the road, and in 2010, you've been working a lot. Continue to work in the theater. You've made curtains, one for Dallas, and now working on one for Buenos Aires and Teatro Colón. But where's your mind at the present moment? Is there any way to describe what you're focused on?
I still think my sensibility in the paintings is closer to the San Lasso paintings. Those were very important paintings for me, and somehow I discover some kind of pleasure of in painting. I mean, not some kind, pleasure in painting. So I'm still think my work is closer to that. I think the paintings I just left in my studio are related to that. They don't look exactly like that, but I think they're still in the process of, I never pretty much realized how much time a series of work lasts. But sometimes work maybe 4 years, 5 years, 2 years. It's always a couple of years. So, and I think I'm on my couple of years of living in this enlace painting. So I can't predict what's going to happen. I have no idea.